Hey guys, Jay! Welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, everybody, this is absolutely nuts. Multiple releases were dropped today, and I gotta tell you, the whole release schedule is just blowing my mind. And of course, our good friends over at Canal dos Rosmineros really got up early in the morning to get this report done, and I want to give them a huge shout out, as well as our good friends over at Toy Habits, who covered this very, very early in the morning before I could get to it, because I was literally snoozing away. But thanks to them, we found out more juicy bits that were announced on Mattel's Instagram page for Master Universe. And I want to take a deep dive and talk about the Master Universe Origins cartoon collection. I will have additional episodes for the Masterverse collection as well as the Turtles of Grayskull. But first, let's take a deep dive into this and see what was announced on Master Universe official Instagram page. Let's have a look. Today, we got dropped a whole bunch of new releases which are scheduled throughout the year and probably bleeding into 2025. This is absolutely nuts. I'm super excited about this and wanted to talk about the brand new Master Universe cartoon collection, which was just revealed today. Oh my gosh, guys, we're in for a wild ride. But I do want to give out some huge shout outs to people who helped me find this information, because this was absolutely crazy. I just woke up, people were literally pinging me. It was awesome. I want to give a huge shout out to my good friend Tony Olivero, who first sent me this post by Canal dos Rosmineros, a wonderful resource for Master Universe news all year round. Guys, definitely head over to Canal dos Rosmineros. Amazing in terms of being able to sniff out information from Master Universe, and today was no exception. They were one of the first to actually post up all of these releases for Master Universe. And of course, later on today, you guys got to check out their Rosmicast Journal MOTU, which they're going to be covering all of today's news. This is going to be amazing, guys. Heading over to their channel, this will be happening in 97 minutes. That's right, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely be there, guys, because this one's going to be a lot of fun. And I want to give a huge shout out to my good friend Pedro Ribeiro, who basically let me know about this live stream, which is going to be happening. After all, he was featured on Rosmicast Journal MOTU number 144. His custom work is absolutely amazing. They covered some of the releases early in that live stream. You should definitely check it out. I'll have links in the description below where you guys can see all of that. It's going to be awesome. Once again, heading over to Canal dos Rosmineros, guys, they dropped the bombshell on everything Master Universe cartoon collection. And I wanted to go through some of these releases as they are freaking amazing. They even have photos, which I don't think anybody's seen yet, and this is going to be absolutely incredible, guys. Let's take a deep dive into this and see exactly what was announced. Let's have a look, everybody. First off, let's take a look at the actual video, which was posted by Mattel on Master Universe. This is going to be fun. This is the official planner and release schedule for the Master Universe cartoon collection, and I'm super excited about all these, guys. Let's check it out. The first set of releases at some point this year will be She-Ra, Ramman, Mantenna, and Hordak. Oh my gosh, guys, that is just getting me super excited for the whole collection. And then scrolling down further, they announced something which really caught my attention. Oh my gosh, my absolute favorite Manny Faces has been announced along with Tri-Clops. Faker in the Masters Universe cartoon collection. What the heck? Leech, who has been already kind of teased in multiple different scenarios. Leech, who of course we already sort of knew about but never actually seen any photos. And Catra, who we saw at San Diego Comic-Con 2024. This is awesome. Going down further, we do see that Invisible Skeletor is also going to be a figure. What? It looks like he's going to be some sort of translucent plastic for Invisible Skeletor. That's going to be awesome. Frosta, holy crap. The Princess of Power line continues in their 40th anniversary celebration. Buzz-Off, fan favorite, of course, who does look so good in the cartoon collection. And for some reason, they've listed Modulok in the cartoon collection. Now, we're going to touch on that because earlier I did a video and I'm kind of confused about why he's here. Another confusing point is that under the sketchbook series, don't even know what the heck that is, but apparently there's something called the Evil Horde 2-pack. Now, it should be noted that this Evil Horde 2-pack was actually leaked out by multiple sites, and this one has finally been released as the sketchbook series. What does that mean? I think we're going to have to dig in a little bit deeper and maybe even get some help from good friends of the channel Toy Habits to find out exactly what's going on. Thanks to our good friends over at Canal dos Rosmineros who were able to get some additional photographs. I don't know where these guys dig this up, but it's freaking amazing. Let's have a look at these. Obviously, on multiple sites, we've already seen early studio shots of Hordak in Cartoon Collection. He looks freaking amazing. We also got a look earlier on at Tri-Clops. I do believe that Canal dos Rosmineros did feature this in one of their posts on their Instagram and YouTube pages. He does look pretty cool here. He's got the signature look that he had in the cartoon series. His eyes do rotate around, and he is holding on to what I do believe is either a levitation device, or it possibly could be a hologram projector. It was featured in one of the Filmation cartoons, which is why it's actually a part of his attachment set. They've actually brought back the 3 buckles on his belt. I am having a hard time remembering whether or not that was actually in the cartoon. I thought that they were all just blank belts, but I could be wrong. And then further down, this is really interesting. One of his feet seems to be more cartoon collection, while the other foot seems to be almost Origins collection. I wonder if that was a mix-up during the early stages of his development. And of course, as we know, these glam shots are actually not the final versions of the characters, so it could be that this was still very, very early on just to be able to get the glam shots out fast. Then, the real character here, which I want to concentrate on, is, of course, Faker. Holy crap, I don't know where Canal dos Rasmineros gets this stuff, but this is amazing. We got our first glimpse at Faker. As we know, these smaller shots here that are presented in the video which they posted are just too small. It's always great to be able to see full-size versions of these with much higher resolution. The only problem I have here, if anything, is it's not Blue Faker. It's actually the way he was depicted in Filmation, the cartoon collection. But, as we know, a lot of fans are more into the Blue Faker. However, he does look like he literally jumped off of the cartoon screen. He has those glowing eyes, which is exactly the way Faker looked in the cartoon, but they've also opted to give him a second head sculpt without the glowing in the eyes, really leaning into that idea of a Faker figure. You guys got to be careful, though. Obviously, you're going to get mixed up with He-Man versus Faker in this particular scenario. I think it would just be safer to have He-Man with his glowing eyes. Sorry, Faker with his glowing eyes. I already got confused. This is crazy. He does look pretty good, and I just have to call a spade a spade. It is just another He-Man release with a different head. He still comes with his sheath and faked power sword. This is an amazing release, bar none, and I think a lot of people will still be very excited to get Faker into their collection. Then we come to Leech. Where are these guys getting these photos? I'm super excited about this. Leech looks amazing. Now, I do have to say that I think his color on the skin is a bit different, actually very different, compared to how he looked in the cartoon. He's a little bit paler, almost as if he's kind of sick a little bit. I don't know. But no matter what, we do got to remember that these are done in studio-like conditions, so he might actually turn out to be much more saturated with the final release. His overall attire looks amazing. He has that really simplified Horde symbol. You can tell it's the cartoon collection because that does not look like Hordak exactly. It literally is more like a bat. I love the overall way he looks here, very much like he jumped off the cartoon screen. He's got those shoulder bands for the Horde. He's got those energy-sucking pads, which, of course, were signature in the series. I'm hoping he does actually include some additional hands, as that was a signature part of his character in the show. They were more webbed, but they weren't cone-shaped, so it will be interesting to see if they actually include that. Moving further down, we do see his signature webbed feet, which of course can attach to any surface. We can put them up on windows, but you can put them up on any mirrored surface, which makes it easier for him to stick. And he looks absolutely incredible. He also comes with a blaster, which was more depicted as it is in the show. And if you're wondering how it attaches, he actually has it attached much like he did with the original toy, where it's actually attached to his wrist rather than being held in his hand, which actually kind of makes me think that they won't include webbed hands, which is kind of unfortunate. Another character which Canal dos Rosmineros featured today was Buzz-Off. Yes, Cartoon Collection Buzz-Off. He looks pretty cool, and it's interesting to note that instead of having a removable helmet with additional insect multiple eyes, it looks like he's got a flip-top feature here, as if he's actually flipping sunglasses onto his eyes. That's really neat. I really appreciate that. I'm wondering how the gimmick's actually going to work, as this glam shot seems to imply that it's actually molded right onto his head. Interesting. His wings are not detailed at all. They seem to be just flat pieces of plastic. I wonder if they're going to end up adding additional details here in the final production. As we know, these glam shots are usually very, very early paint masters, so that'll be interesting to see. His body is definitely patterned after the way he looked in the cartoon series. Very soft in its overall detail. And of course, he does have those signature pinchers, which are lifted off of Clawful, and they look great. Moving down further, we do notice that his feet are actually patterned off of the original Skeletor. I really appreciate this. He also comes with his lance, which was included in the cartoon, and I do love the fact that he's coming into the collection. Buzz-Off is coming to Master Universe Origins Cartoon Collection, everybody. Catra is one we've been waiting for. Oh my gosh, so great. We did catch a glimpse of her at San Diego Comic-Con, and we can see here that she does come with her signature mask. Once again, these are paint masters, so the final look of these characters might change on the final production versions. I love the fact that she does have this collar, which really completes the look for Catra. Her cape is actually more of a plastic cape, which really does fit the character. It is an interesting choice, as we've seen before. They do include soft goods cape in the past, but this one happens to be a plastic cape. And she does don her Horde dress, which is very signature to the cartoon collection. She also comes with the feline version of Catra, and it is interesting, a lot of fans are going to be saying that she's not the right size. The main reference being, of course, that when she was fighting Battle Cat, she was actually much bigger. But I do believe that this is more of a nod than it is actually her actual size in transformation. I'm, of course, holding out hope that I actually will do a more full-size version of Catra's cat form. But time will tell if that becomes a reality. This is the one I think a lot of us have been waiting for. Oh my gosh, it's Frosta. Yes, indeed, Frosta has been confirmed today on Master Universe Instagram page, and she looks amazing. There is something going on with her face, but again, I will reiterate that this is usually just an early paint master, and they just took these glam shots to get people to understand what is coming with the character and what she could look like in the final version, and she looks amazing. We do know that the Masterverse edition did have color-changing hair, but it remains to be seen whether or not this will actually be carried forward with Frosta in this edition of the character. Her cape is also made of plastic, and she does have that choker at the top. She has that signature jewel in the middle of her chest, that frosted white dress and blue highlights, amazing. Those gloves, and of course, the stark white boots. She also comes with these blast effects, which curl around her arm. This is going to be a wonderful addition. Frosta has been confirmed for the cartoon collection. This is the one that really caught my attention, and another interesting piece and of note. If we go back to here where they do the final 2 releases in today's announcement, Modulok being in the cartoon collection doesn't really make much sense to me. I did a video earlier about the packaging leak that was made on Amazon.com, and the fact that this seems to be more of a Master Universe Origins release. I don't see any cartoon branding anywhere. As a matter of fact, looking at the whole package, it doesn't look like this is actually associated with Master Universe Cartoon Collection. In fact, there's a lot more detail in Modulok. He looks very much like his original release from the 1980s, and I really am perplexed at why he was included in today's overall release schedule for the cartoon collection. This coincides with this sketchbook series for the Evil Horde 2-pack. Now, this actually has an interesting history behind it, and in order to figure out what was going on here, we have to reference our good friends ToyHabits.com, who have been keeping an eye on the situation, and they have a wonderful article on the Evil Horde 2-pack, which you guys can check out here. According to this article on ToyHabits.com, which I'll have linked in the description below, they're a wonderful resource for toy news all year round, guys. Give them like a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. Moving down further, this apparently is the Evil Horde Origins Hordak and Grayskull 2-pack sketchbook series. Alright, what's going on here? Moving in closer, we can see that it was reported by Die Welt de Meister magazine, so I believe it's a magazine from Germany. A first image of the Horde Invasion 2-pack has been listed at dealers, as this was actually posted up on multiple sites in the UK and Europe. And these are early designed concepts from drawings of Hordak and Grayskull. Wow! This is crazy, and really coincides with what is being called the sketchbook series. But this really makes me question, why was it announced on the cartoon collection? This is better suited for something like the Origins releases. I know that Modulok is actually a Amazon exclusive, and I'm starting to wonder whether or not this is also going to be a Target, Walmart, or other large retailer like Amazon exclusive as well. But zooming in closer, we can actually see some of the details, and it really does appear to me, at least, that this is more of an Origins release. After all, Grayskull here, early Grayskull, he looks very, very detailed compared to what we would normally expect for a cartoon collection. He looks more like a Origins figure. The fact that he has these long tusks, the signature Horde insignia is actually of an earlier depiction of the Horde symbol, and it's super detailed compared to someone like Leech, who has a very simplified Horde insignia, which is what I would really associate with the cartoon collection. It is interesting seeing early depictions of Grayskull here. He's got these huge tusks. He has what appears to be a trunk of some sort. I don't know if it's tucked in there or if it was something of his evolution, which actually made it to shrink. And it would be really interesting if originally these tusks were able to shoot out of his head as would be an interesting play feature for a character like Grizzlor. He has a furry body all over and these wonderful little painted details on deco, and those eyes are really, really menacing. This is awesome. He also has these upper thigh armor pads, clawed hands, which is really unique to the character. I'm not too sure. There are many figures that actually have clawed hands. He has these really interesting boots, which have the Horde insignia, but they also have these robotic-like feet. Kind of remembering it that another figure shares these feet, but I can't remember exactly who it is. It's also my opinion that he also comes with these battle armor hands, which of course are lifted off of Tri-Clops Skeletor, only in a different color. And then we move over to the early depictions of Hordak. This looks like a really interesting character, but I'm really glad they went with a different style on Hordak himself. This looks more like a trooper of some sorts, and it's interesting that we're getting a sketch edition of this character. He has this crazy new helmet with these horns, an early depiction of the Horde symbol on top of the helmet. His face, again, if this is what Hordak was meant to look like, he looks more of a generic type of character, not really anything stand-outish for this particular. What does stand out is his pale green skin. That's really cool, and I do love those red eyes. There is an earlier depiction of the Horde symbol on his chest, and it's interesting to see how these guys will fit in with the Master Universe Horde collection. He has an early wristband, an early upper armband, which did get carried over later in the series. And of course, leading again into the idea that I don't think that these are cartoon collection, he has a wristband which is more suited to Origins. His belt, again, is more suited towards Origins. And he's even got an arm which looks more like Tri-Clops' arm or figures like Roboto. And he does actually have the drill attachment, which was included with Hordak. All these things sort of lead me to believe that these are actually Origins characters, and it's really fascinating that they were released in the schedule under Cartoon Collection. He also has these crazy shin pads which fit over his legs. These two guys are going to be a wonderful addition to any Master Universe collection, and it's amazing that they've been announced and confirmed by Canal dos Rosmeros and, of course, Mattel on their Instagram page. I want to give another huge shout out to Toy Habits for this information. Bravo, guys. Definitely head over there, guys. Give them a like and a follow. Tell them Jay sent you. But it doesn't end there, guys. Entertainment Earth actually listed many of the releases today, and I wanted to take a deep dive into that because these are freaking awesome. The first one I want to take a look at is, of course, Ramman. He's listed at Entertainment Earth for only $19.99. I will have affiliate links in the description below, guys. It does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. A lot of these shots we've already sort of seen on leaks, but it's amazing to see these now in high resolution. I love Ramman from the original cartoon series. My God. Ramman is definitely one of my all-time favorite characters. He was awesome. Really awesome. Always using his head. I just love Ramman. The only thing about this particular race is that I think he's not this tall. If I'm looking at him correctly from here, it looks like he's actually almost the size of a normal Origins figure, which is kind of weird. As we know in the series, Ramman's actually much shorter than this. Here we can see him with his one accessory, the mask of Shakoti, which was actually a seal, which was holding Shakoti in her tomb, and he looks awesome. I love the tunic and the kilt, which does separate at the sides, so you can actually give him a little bit of more range of motion. He doesn't have any soft goods, but that's fine. I am fine. I would rather have more cartoon accuracy than not. I do have to say that it's a shame he lost his spring-like feature, which was one of the real big signature features of the character, which was one of the action features of the character, which everyone loved. But having said that, this is the cartoon collection, and they're going more for cartoon accuracy than they are for play features. Ramman is available right now on Entertainment Earth, guys. Check the description below for the links. Pre-orderable right now, you can check below for the links. The next figure in the line, of course, following up with her 40th anniversary, is, of course, the Princess of Power. She-Ra is available for pre-order right now on Entertainment Earth for the Cartoon Collection. $19.99 for She-Ra. Let's take a deep dive. Let's take a look at the Princess of Power herself. Oh my gosh, she looks amazing. I love She-Ra in this overall filmation look. Don't get me wrong, I really appreciate the Master Universe Origin version, which of course is the original release for the Princess of Power, the Princess of Power line, but there's always going to be that. My preference has always been the cartoons, as I'm a huge fan of the cartoon series, both He-Man, Master Universe, and She-Ra. And with her 40th anniversary, we got to do this right, and Mattel has really given the respect that is due to this character. The paint deco is beautiful on this one, but we do have to keep in mind that this is the early Paint Master, so it's probably going to change, usually for the better, as we've seen in the later releases. I love the tiara. I love the big flowing hair. Her cape is, of course, her cape of not... It appears that her cape is not soft goods. It is a plastic cape, but that's fine, as it really fits the character in this overall look. And of course, that signature look that she has on the show for She-Ra, I love it. She-Ra comes with everything that you see here, the sword of protection as well as the sword to shield. She-Ra looks amazing, and of course with all those additional points of articulation with this new female buck, I'm really excited to be able to get She-Ra in this collection. I think we can definitely see this new female buck for She-Ra being used in all the other releases, including Catra and Frosta, and that's going to be awesome. I love the fact that they're including her shield, and these glam shots just look killer. I will say once again that it remains to be seen if these glam shots do transfer over into the final production, but as we've seen in the past, it's usually better than it is worse. The packaging for She-Ra for the Master Universe is of course reflective of the 40th anniversary for She-Ra, Princess of Power, and I'm still holding out hope that because they are released under the cartoon collection, it means that there's still hope for an original Princess of Power retro line to be included for either MattelCreations.com as an exclusive or being released in retail at major stores like Walmart, Target, and fan channels across the world. The final character in the line, which is available for pre-order today, will be Mantenna, and I'm hugely excited about this figure, as this is the way I've always wanted to get Mantenna in the cartoon collection. $19.99, available for pre-order right now. Links are in the description below, guys. It does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Mantenna looks freaking amazing here. He has the exact look he did in the cartoon. That weird-looking face, that spindly little neck. He's really thin compared to all other characters in Master Universe, but it's amazing. I love the colors here. The reds just pop. The blues are the correct cyan. And his tunic is that purple with the Horde symbol on the middle. He even has that black frilly piece of his armor. Now, the head is not as red as I was expecting, but again, this is probably due to the studio lights. One thing which Michael and the Toy Sorceress did mention in their live stream is that he only has 2 boots. Yes, that's absolutely true. In the cartoon, he only wore 2 sets of boots, 1 set of boots, and the other pair of boots, I guess, went missing, or it's only standard issue for the Horde army to be issued 2 boots. So poor Mantenna has to walk around with 2 boots and 2 bare feet. Absolutely insane. But I do like the fact that his second set of legs actually have these wonderful frills, little pieces of fur or maybe scales, and maybe that's actually why he can only wear 2 boots on 1 set of his legs, on 1 set of his feet. Mantenna looks freaking awesome. I can't wait until we get this guy into our collection. And do I spy something interesting on the back of his head? Oh, that is a weird looking protrusion, but it is the only way that they could make his eyes pop out of his head. And I'm super excited they were able to figure out this little detail for Mantenna, because without it, Mantenna is just not Mantenna. Mantenna comes with everything that you see here, guys. And it's interesting to note that he doesn't appear to come with any accessories. However, I think that his pop-out feature, play feature, if you will, is a wonderful addition to the character, as well as those additional legs. He really is a wonderful addition to the cartoon collection, and I can't wait until we get him into our hands. Guys, Entertainment Earth already has Mantenna, Ramman, and the Princess of Power herself for pre-order. I'll have links in the description below where you can order these guys right now on entertainmentearth.com. Huge shout out once again goes to toyhabits.com for the history of this sketchbook series. Guys, definitely head over to toyhabits.com. They're a wonderful news resource for toy news all year round. They have amazing articles for everything that was showcased today. Give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. I want to give another huge shout out to Canal dos Rosmineros. Don't forget, guys, they have a live stream going live. It'll be great to find out all of their opinions. If you are a Portuguese-speaking Master Universe fan, you definitely have to head over there and give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. Master Universe isn't going anywhere in 2024, guys. As a matter of fact, it's only getting stronger, leading into 2025. Oh my god, guys. This is an amazing time to be a Master Universe fan. I am absolutely gobsmacked at what was announced today. 3 different drops from 3 different toy lines for Masters Universe. I can't believe that there are already 3 different toy lines for Masters in 2024. This one, of course, only covered the Origins cartoon collection. I'm going to follow this one up with the Masterverse as well as the Turtles of Grayskull. Stay tuned for that. I want to give another huge shout out to my good friends over at Canal dos Los Mineros. They're going to be having a live stream on this in just a few hours. So, guys, I'll have a link in the description below where you can follow that link. And if you are a Portuguese-speaking fan of Master Universe, you definitely want to check that out, as they're going to cover all of today's news in Portuguese, and it's going to be absolutely insane. I want to give another huge shout-out to my good friends over at ToyHappens.com. Give them a like and a follow. Michael and the Toy Service are working hard every single hour of the day. They do not sleep. And this was an amazing, wonderful look at the new Master Universe line for 2024, leading into 2025. Guys, let me know in the comment section below. Are you interested in all of these releases? I mean, Faker kind of looks exactly like He-Man. Let's be honest. He is He-Man, once again, re-released. But honestly, he's got those amazing glowing eyes, and it is Faker, part of the canon for the cartoon collection. Are the Princess of Power releases really exciting you the way they are exciting me? Catra, Frosta, the evil Horde members like Leech, and of course, all the other cartoon collections that were announced today. Absolutely insane. We didn't get enough information about Man-E-Faces, which is kind of giving me a little bit more upset than that you should. But I do love the fact that he has been confirmed and released today. And of course, I still am scratching my head about what's going on with Modulok and the sketch edition of the original Hordak and the original Grizzlor. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. And of course, there are links where you can purchase all of these available figures that are up for sale, that are up for pre-order right now on Entertainment Earth. It really helps out the channel, guys, and I really do appreciate it. Guys, Master Universe continues to go strong in 2024, leading into 2025. And of course, I have an additional video coming up for the Masterverse collection. It'll be linked right here once it's up. And I hope you guys do check that out. In the meantime, there are other videos which you guys can check out, which are also probably going to be linked here until the Masterverse video is posted. Guys, I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey. Geek proud.